Back then, she had still been the wealthy young lady of the Chow family. When she caught her scheming green tea sister ambiguously flirting with her boyfriend and told her parents, she was thrown out of the house. It turned out she was only the Chow family's adopted daughter. Today, she was finally meeting her biological parents again. Wonderful, she could finally leave this house. I heard your parents are teachers in the countryside. So what? As long as she was happy, she could make her parents rich in no time. They still hadn't come to pick her up after all these days. Were they expecting her to walk there? Father Chow became even more disdainful. Take this 100,000 yuan. Consider compensation for our father-daughter relationship. She did not need such a paltry amount of money. Even the clothes she was wearing cost far more than that. With the conditions of this nouveau riche family, even her pocket money had been insufficient. She could earn several million in just a little time. The moment she left the Chow residence, she received a text message. Nian Nian, I'm your second brother. Dad asked me to drive over and pick you up. Xiao Nian was surprised. Even people from a poor rural area had a car to pick her up. She had imagined her brother as a chubby man riding an electric bicycle. Yet after waiting at the gate for a long time, she still did not see him. She ignored the man standing nearby, who was over 6 feet tall and leaning against a Rolls-Royce while waving at her. Where is he? Didn't he say he was coming to pick me up? Her brother was speechless. Where are you looking? Nian Nian, stop looking. Your brother is right here. Jiang Li had no choice but to call out to her. I'm your cousin, Jiang Li. Just call me second brother. This brother was rather different from what she had imagined. Hello, second brother. I'm Chiao Nian. Given her family's circumstances, this car must have been rented. This is my least conspicuous car. I was worried an overly expensive car would make you uncomfortable. Xiao Nian found this brother somewhat familiar, though she could not remember where she had seen him before. Jiang Li was heartbroken. He had thought his celebrity status would make his little sister admire him, but she turned out to be face-blind. Once she got into the car, she discovered a handsome man seated beside her. Yi Fengchuan, my friend. You can call him Brother Yi. Xiao Nian obediently greeted him. Brother Yi. Yi Fengchuan nodded. The luxury car made her curious about her parents. Didn't you say they worked in public service? Your parents are university professors. Grandpa has arranged a welcome banquet for you at the city's largest hotel. We're heading there now. So her family was not ordinary after all. She would not need to make them rich herself. As soon as they arrived at the hotel, they ran into the Chow father and daughter. What? Regretting that you didn't take the money, so you came back? Xiao Nian ignored them. Talking to them was a waste of time. Can't you hear me? Xiao Nian was about to retort when someone said, This way. Grandpa is waiting for you. Yi Fengchuan took her hand, leaving Xiao Nian stunned. Why was he getting so handsy? Can you let go now? No. If I don't keep an eye on you, what if bad people take you away? Then he rubbed her head. She had been gone for 18 years, after all. Fine. She would be generous and not argue with him. Why did she break out in red marks whenever someone of the opposite sex touched her? Yet nothing happened when he touched her. The Jiang family had been waiting for a long time. When Jiang Tianyu saw Yi Fengchuan holding Xiao Nian's hand, her expression immediately darkened. Xiao Nian, let go of Yi Fengchuan's hand. I finally found my granddaughter. Old Master Jiang held Xiao Nian's hand. Let me introduce you. This is your father, Jiang Zhongyan, a bookworm. Xiao Nian sweetly called Dad. Yi Fengchuan simidet. In Grandpa's eyes, even a university professor was just a bookworm. Father Zhang's eyes brimmed with tears. His daughter, lost for so many years, had finally been found. Her mother could finally rest in peace. This is your cousin. You've already met her brother. Xiao Nian obediently called her cousin, but Jiang Tianyu ignored her. Sit beside Grandpa, so he can have a good look at you. Zhong Nian, order the dishes. Nian Nian, I heard you took a year off from school and are now entering your final year of high school. Have you thought about which school you want to attend? Not yet. Xiao Nian picked up food and ate. A diploma was merely decoration to her. Is it because your grades are so poor that you can't keep up? How about I tutor you? Teaching a dropout would be no problem. Jiang Tianyu sneered. Did her cousin enjoy showing off that much? Xiao Nian had sensed hostility from the moment she entered, and Jiang Tianyu could not hold it in anymore. Of course, everyone in the Jiang family is talented. No dropout has ever appeared in this family. She had hit the mark. Old Master Jiang became furious. Tianyu, watch your words. Frightened, Jiang Tianyu said, Grandpa, I didn't mean it that way. Xiao Nian did not care. Eating was what mattered. Yi Fengchuan yachit xiao nian silently. Actually, First High School is very good. Her cousin was displeased. She wanted to seduce Brother Yi. First High School was not a place a dropout could enter. She would only disgrace the Jiang family. Tianu, shut up. How can you speak to your sister that way? If she doesn't want to disgrace us, she should work hard herself. Look at her. Since she entered, she hasn't said a word and has only been eating like a starving ghost reborn. Brother Fengchuan, I'm sorry. My little sister has made you laugh. Yet Yi Fengchuan did not listen to her at all. This dish is delicious. Eat more. Jiang Li could no longer tolerate it. How can you say that about Nian Yin? She has suffered so much outside. Look at how rustic she is. I don't want to admit that I have such a country bumpkin for a sister. Old Master Jiang slammed the table. On your first meeting, you speak about your sister like this? Is this the upbringing of the Jiang family? Jiang Tianu wanted to protest. Since your parents won't discipline you, I will. Go home now and reflect on yourself. This grandpa was truly protecting her. She liked this family. Grandpa, try this. It's delicious. Old Master Jiang had been furious only moments ago, but now he was as happy as a child. Nian Yin, serve him his favorite dish. Dad, quickly order another plate for Nian Yin. What about her schooling? I'll listen to Grandpa. Fine, then First High School it is. But Grandpa needs to recover and cannot help you. Your father's work is in another city. Jiang Li immediately said, I have a house in that city. Nian Yin can stay there, and I can take care of her. That's right. I'll also be in that city for a while, so I can help look after her too. After they had eaten their fill, Xiao Nian's phone rang. Grandpa, I need to take this call. Ye Feng Chuan Yachit head departing figure. Old Master Jiang, I'll go settle the bill. The moment she answered, she heard, Sister Nian, when will you send the medicine? Stop playing family games with the Qiao family. If you have time, make some medicine. The black market is offering a very high price. By coincidence, she ran into the Qiao family's young lady there. Seeing the scheming girl glare angrily at her, Xiao Nian said, I'll deliver the medicine once I'm done. Her ex-boyfriend was also there, hoping to buy the medicine at a high price. The sight of that adulterous pair made her sick. Sell it to him? Huh, aren't you afraid of dying? The scumbag had spotted Xiao Nian. What are you doing here? Following me? Oh, don't tell me you're looking for a chance to get back together with Brother Fu. Xiao Nian hung up. While eating, she had smelled spoiled tea and came out to see what was going on. Xiao Nian, I won't allow you to insult Dian Dian. The position of girlfriend is obvious now. Seeing these two people only made Xiao Nian nauseous. Dian Dian, your health is weak. Why did you come out into the cold wind? Madame Fu came over with a coat. Why is Xiao Nian here? She knows you and Brother Fu are together, so she deliberately came here to cause trouble. The moment Madame Fu heard this, she pointed at Xiao Nian and cursed. Look at your cheap appearance. You still want to cling to my son? A bastard child picked up from the countryside thinks she is some rich young lady. The family is gathered together. Yet you came out to watch this monkey show? That's inappropriate, Dad. The monkey was angry. Xiao Nian found it ridiculous. I said I can handle this. Let me go. Xiao Nian fell helpless. Is this your idea of manners? Hitting people? Her hand hurt from the slap, and Madame Fu became even more vicious. Where did you come from? It isn't your turn to speak here. At that moment, old Master Jiang and Father Jiang arrived. What is all this noise outside? When Madame Fu saw old Master Jiang, she was shocked and hurried forward. I'm sorry, old Master Jiang. How embarrassing for you to see this. I was just disciplining an unruly child. Do you know that this unruly child is my granddaughter? You must be joking, old Master Jiang. How could this country girl be your granddaughter? Xiao Nian realized that old Master Jiang's status was not simple if he could make the Fu family so respectful. Nian Yin, come home with Grandpa. The air here is too polluted, it might make you sick. It was over. She really was the Jiang family's granddaughter. Madame Fu froze. The shameless couple was also stunned. Old Master Jiang, Nian Yin, and I have a very good relationship. Nian Yin, do you know this person? No, I don't know her. I've never met her. That's right, Nian Yin does not know her. But just now, Madame Fu slapped Nian Yin. How dare she hit his granddaughter? Old Master Jiang was immediately displeased. They're always troublesome people. Do you want me to go in with you? No need. It isn't appropriate. I'll go myself. Xiao Nian replied coldly. Yi Fengchuan raised his brows. Watching the girl walk away, Yi Fengchuan took a photo and sent it out. Where is this? Has phone gone crazy? Get lost. Just then his phone rang. What is it? Master phone, this is bad. We can't find the young master. The pills the girl made looked like candy, yet each could sell for tens of thousands because they were extraordinarily effective and could strengthen the body. She only sold 3 pills each month. Her excuse was that she was too busy and had no time. The young man took a pill. What could she possibly be busy with? Watching him rush toward Xiao Nian, he said, "Baby Nian, come let me hug you. Stay away. If you dare come closer, I'll hit you. Are you trying to murder your husband?" He said that, but still stepped aside. "After all, I'm one of your top pursuers. Since you broke up with Fu Ge, I should be promoted, shouldn't I?" "You can't." Her rejection weighed upon him like a boulder. "No, it's you who can't. You're allergic whenever someone of the opposite sex touches you. I've only seen that condition in one place." Xiao Nian asked curiously, "Where?" He laughed. "In a cheesy romance web novel. The innocent CEO falls for me. I haven't read it. Figures." He still refused to give up. "Will you really not consider me? We have known each other for 3 days, and I haven't even touched your hand." That was his limit. Xiao Nian glanced at him. "You truly can't. I've given you the medicine. I'm busy, so I'm leaving." "Wait, someone in the city is investigating you. A patient with a high status wants you to treat them. They've already arrived in this city. Do you want the case?" "No, follow the usual rules. Help me pack up and call me if anything comes up." Now, she was even more curious about her family. In the taxi, the driver said, "Miss, I can't drive into that neighborhood." "That's fine. I'll walk in myself." Xiao Nian understood. As soon as she got out, someone shouted, "Quick, look over here. A child has fallen into the water." She saw the scheming Xiao Dian and that scumbag by the river. "I can swim, but the doctor said I must not get cold. I would have gone save him." Xiao Jian did not think much further. The current was rapid. What good was standing there talking? She put down her expensive bag and gracefully jumped into the water. Under Xiao Dian's astonished gaze, the child clung to Xiao Nian like she was a life-saving straw. The child held on so tightly that even Xiao Nian struggled to swim back to shore. "If you keep struggling, I'll leave you here." The child could not understand her, leaving Xiao Nian no choice but to knock him unconscious. She then carried him toward the shore. The waves struck Xiao Nian, and she swallowed several mouthfuls of water. Xiao Jian watched happily, maliciously hoping Xiao Nian would die. Before long, however, Xiao Nian swam to shore. After performing basic emergency rescue, she realized it was not enough. She took out the silver needles she carried and quickly began acupuncture. "Xiao Nian, are you crazy? The doctor is almost here. You talk too much. Move aside." After 3 needles, the boy vomited up all the water. Only then did Xiao Nian notice that the child was bleeding. Yi Fengchuan rushed over. Xiao Nian was holding the child. "Xiao Nian, Xiao Nian." Her brother's car was already waiting at the villa. This scene looked so familiar. Hadn't she seen it at the Qiao residence? But she had not been able to buy it due to a lack of money. "We're here. This is my house in the city. I bought it long ago, but have barely lived here." What exactly did this brother do for a living to have invested in such a place? "Nian Nian, you'll live here from now on. I'll ask my assistant to reduce my schedule so I can spend more time with you." The moment Xiao Nian entered, she was startled to see Yi Fengchuan walking downstairs, fully dressed but clearly fresh from a shower. Was this man haunting her? "Why did you come to my house?" Jiangli did not understand. "My house is being renovated. I remember you just renovated it. It was ugly, so I wanted to renovate it again." What a forced excuse. Xiao Nian did not expose him. "Nian Nian, I had someone buy some personal necessities for you. They're upstairs." "Feng Chuan, be quiet. Whatever she needs, her brother can buy it. She doesn't need you." "Not enough." Yi Fengchuan remained calm. Jiangli had seen through him. This man wanted to get close to Nian Nian. What renovation? He must still remember being kissed by her when they were children. Jiangli felt that Yi Fengchuan was provoking him. "Nian Nian, let's go upstairs. Lock the door when you shower. Get dressed before coming down, and don't get close to that man downstairs." Xiao Nian was extremely surprised when she returned to her room. Beside the clothes was a box of sanitary pads. How did he know she was about to get her period? Thinking back, after she climbed out of the river, she had rubbed her stomach because it hurt. She had not expected Yi Fengchuan to notice even that small action. It felt like her secret had been discovered, and Xiao Nian blushed. Meanwhile, her adoptive father was trying to stop Xiao Nian from entering the school. The girl completed the entrance examination in 2 minutes. She handed in the paper to the teacher, then played on her phone. It was not because she had given up. The test was simply too easy. The placement test determined classes. Class A was the best, and Class C was the worst. "Would you like to check it again?" "No need, teacher." Not long before, Father Chiao had wanted to use his connections to prevent Nian Nian from entering the school. He feared that Nian Nian would impersonate his daughter and negatively affect Dian Dian. But as an ordinary teacher, she had no authority to refuse Nian Yin admission. Still, she could interfere with the placement test. The teacher believed the rumors that Nian Yin had poor grades. She thought Xiao Nian was a delinquent girl. On the entrance exam, a simple test of mathematics, physics, and chemistry made Nian Yin disdainful. They had even given her 90 minutes for this. Nian Yin finished in just a few minutes. I'm done. A poor student truly is a poor student. She does not even want to check her work. 5 minutes had passed, and the homeroom teacher could not believe it. 10 minutes later, after looking at the paper, the teacher said, "How is this possible? We need to check the surveillance footage." The nearby teachers were all astonished. Why check the footage? Are you so angry that you can't think straight? Several teachers gathered around the exam paper. After reviewing it, they were dumbfounded. Every question was correct, and so were all the answers. Comparing the answer key to her paper, everything was right. Her solution methods were even simpler than the official answers. This new student was no ordinary person. She was a genius. Meanwhile, Nian Yin was replying to messages on her phone, completely unconcerned. "Do you want to enter Class A? I can help you." Yi Fengchuan confidently believed he could help her. Yet the school was extremely strict. Being allowed to enter the final year was already remarkable, and he even wanted to choose her class for her. What kind of identity did Yi Fengchuan have? Xiao Nian was curious. Soon after, the homeroom teacher returned, confirming that they had encountered a true genius. At school, Dian Dian was worthy of being called the school beauty. Her popularity on the school forum had reached first place. Dian Dian smiled in delight, revealing a charming expression. But another girl was unconvinced. Wasn't she just rich? Her smug face was irritating. Then a hot post appeared. A new student had gotten a perfect score and entered Class A, immediately surpassing Dian Dian's post to become the top trending topic. The girl curiously clicked on it. This new student had actually received full marks. The homeroom teacher and all the other teachers had personally confirmed it. Postscript: the new student was very beautiful. The girl was somewhat surprised. Wasn't Dian Dian's adopted sister also transferring to this school? Could it be the same person? So she told Xiao Dian, "There's a student on the school forum who got a perfect score. It can't be your sister, can it?" Dian Dian could no longer remain calm. She snatched the girl's phone, and her expression turned vicious. It had to be Xiao Nian. From elementary school onward, Xiao Nian had always ranked first. In middle school, she had become more ordinary, but whenever they compared answers, Xiao Nian was always right. The girl did not dare say anything and only pitted her phone. She tried to comfort Dian Dian. She's just a genius from another place. If her grades were really that good, she would have enrolled in this school long ago. Why would she have dropped out? Just then, Nian Yin happened to walk past them. Her pretty face and extraordinary bearing made her look both beautiful and powerful. Dian Dian, that's Xiao Nian. The girl was frightened. Xiao Dian stepped in front of Xiao Nian and glared at her angrily, but Xiao Nian ignored her and walked straight past. Xiao Dian's expression darkened. Don't lower yourself to her level. Her personality is terrible. She definitely won't get along with us. They watched Xiao Nian enter Class A. The Class A students had all been discussing the new student. When they saw Nian Yin, the female students admired her, and the male students were intrigued. Class A's enthusiasm surprised Nian Yin. "Quiet down. Don't scare the new student." Shun Qingqing stepped forward and took her hand. "Genius, sit here. This seat is empty. You're Xiao Nian? Sit down. I'm afraid Nian Yin will get snatched away by someone else." Nian Yin hugged her backpack and sat at the desk. Shun Qingqing took her hand. "Thank you, Xiao Nian. Wow, you're so cool. I'm in love. I'm in love." Shun Qingqing blushed, captivated by the genius. But Xiao Nian's hand was a little cold. Was it because of the chilly wind? "Xiahan, I am cold. Close the window. Suen looked here unhappily. It's August and you're cold, so hurry up." Xiaohan gave in. Her little act did not escape Xiao Nian's notice. She had not expected this girl to be so observant. Xiao Nian took a trinket from her backpack and gave it to Shun Qingqing. Shun Qingqing had never seen such a beautiful bracelet before. The gemstone looked incredibly realistic. Seeing how much she liked it, Xiao Nian said, "A friend gave it to me. I don't wear it, so you can have it." Her phone rang. "Boss, the goods have arrived. The sale starts in an hour." Xiao Nian said goodbye to Shun Qingqing. "Please ask for leave for me." But the teacher, before she could finish, Xiao Nian had already carried her backpack out of the classroom. A car was parked outside the school gates. The chairman of the Riding Wind Group had his car window knocked on. Xiao Weiman smiled and waved. "I didn't expect to run into you here. Last time, you mentioned investing in the Chiao Group. Before he could finish, the chairman interrupted him. That depends on my boss's schedule. There's still some time before the auction. Goodbye, Mr. Chiao. I have things to do, so please leave. Not long afterward, Xiao Nian came out. You're here, Nian Nian. She had not expected her to come pick her up. Do you have another new project? Since you won't come to the company, I had to come here to pick you up. You've been busy with school lately. Draw a few designs and see if we can use them. Your designs definitely won't be a problem. Do you still want to invest the money you mentioned last time? Of course. Money is meant to be spent. Xiao Nian had another identity, the boss of the Riding Wind Group. Though she had not even graduated from high school, she had savings worth tens of billions. Not only was she the hidden owner behind an internationally listed jewelry company, but she was also a gifted young pharmaceutical expert. She generously skipped school on her first day to attend an auction. With a single raise of her hand, she added 10 million, all to bid on an ordinary Lingji mushroom. Even the wealthy elites were astonished by her extravagance. Today was supposed to be Xiao Nian's first day after transferring schools. But after receiving news about the Lingji mushroom, she skipped out midway and headed to the auction. The Riding Wind Group's executive had already reserved a private room for her. An ordinary Lingji mushroom could normally be purchased for 1 million, but someone in the neighboring private room directly raised the bid to 4 million, far exceeding their original budget. What do we do now? Private room B02 next door has bid 4 million. Should we follow? Xiao Nian stared directly at the Lingji mushroom. This was something she had to obtain. She told Yuan Yongqin bid 5 million, yet the other side followed with a bid 2 million higher than hers. Why are they acting like ghosts? They keep raising the price so much higher than ours. Xiao Nian did not care how much the other party offered. She had money. The two private rooms kept competing, neither willing to yield. In the neighboring private room B02, the male lead, Yi Fengchuan, calmly watched the Lingji mushroom while his assistant raised the paddle for him. The assistant was worried. Young Master Yi, I know you want this Lingji mushroom to treat the young master's illness, but it's only a rumor. What if we pay such a high price and it turns out to be useless? Yi Fengchuan instructed his assistant to continue bidding and investigate who was in the neighboring room. Before his cousin died, she entrusted her son to him. No matter what, he had to try every possible method to make the child better. But Xiao Nian knew none of this. She simply let Yuan Yongqin continue raising the price. Bid 10 million directly. If they want to continue, I can follow them to the end. At that moment, Yi Fengchuan learned that the person in the neighboring room was President Yuan of the Riding Wind Group. Why would someone who made money through jewelry design come here to buy a Lingji mushroom? He found it strange. While he was thinking, the Lingji mushroom was snatched away by someone else. The young assistant was so frightened he nearly wet himself. My God, Yuan Yongqin from the Riding Wind Group is incredible. She actually got the thing Master Yi wanted. He hurriedly suggested finding the other party and buying the Lingji mushroom back, but Yi Fengchuan said, no need. There isn't only one Lingji mushroom in the world. We could buy one next time. He checked the time. His little girl should be out of school by now. It was a good time to pick her up, but as he walked out of the auction house, he saw Xiao Nian standing at the entrance, looking at her phone. Yi Fengchuan grabbed it headhunt. Weren't you at school? Why are you here? Xiao Nian was speechless. Why did she run into this rich man everywhere? Her brother's friend was truly impossible to get rid of. She could only lie. Today is the first day of school, so there aren't any classes. I heard there's a famous milk tea shop here, so I came over. But that could not fool Yi Fengchuan. This entire area was full of bars. Where would there be a milk tea shop? He saw through Xiao Nian's lie, but she spoke with such confidence that it sounded real. Her adorable appearance made his heart soften. You haven't eaten, right? What do you want to eat? Big brother will treat you. Changing the subject, Xiao Nian was preparing to play another trick. Big brother, do you really mean you'll buy me anything I want to eat? Of course. Well, have I ever lied to you? So the two went to a roadside snack stall. Looking at the animal organs displayed there, Yi Fengchuan's stomach immediately began to revolt. You really decided you want to eat this? Yes. Xiao Nian stopped walking. Big brother, didn't you say you would buy me anything? The handsome, domineering CEO was willing to spend millions treating a girl to dinner just to spend half an hour with her. Yet the girl turned around and ordered 2 bowls of malatang for 30 yuan at a food stall. This is delicious. I'll only make yours mildly spicy. The strange pile of animal organs in the bowl gave the precious young master of the Yi family his first real challenge. But seeing the girl eat so happily, he still picked up his chopsticks and tried a few bites. Who told him to like her so much? Ever since the female lead, Xiao Yin, dove into the water to save her cousin's son, the male lead, Yi Fengchuan, had looked for chances to get close to her every day. In order to live under the same roof as Xiao Yin, he had even spent 10 million renovating a luxury villa. And because he wanted to pick her up after school, he left the auction early, only to unexpectedly run into Xiao Yin's skipping class at the auction venue. He had never eaten at such a place before. Usually, he did not even like passing by roadside stalls. Yet today, he only wished his backside could remain glued to the chair. He endured his nausea and took a sip of the broth. To his surprise, this unremarkable little shop could make food this delicious. No wonder the little girl had brought him here. Seeing how familiar Qiao Yin was with the owner while ordering, Yi Fengchuan asked whether she often came here to eat malatang. Xiao Yin explained that the shop owner used to work as a housekeeper for her adoptive father. Now that she had started a business, Xiao Yin came by to help out. Xiao Yin recommended many dishes to Yi Fengchuan, but as they chatted, they heard a man in the distance shouting viciously. It sounded like he was demanding money. Xiao Yin turned and went over alone to settle the situation. She learned that the shop owner's son had no money and had come to demand some from his mother. Auntie, the shop owner, clutched her money bag anxiously. This money is for your father's medical treatment. I can't give it to you. When a young man failed to get the money, his companions openly mocked him. Your father's just a burden, lying paralyzed in the hospital for a year without getting better. Just give up. Stop wasting money treating him. The bastard even wanted to gamble again. Was this fun for him? When another man saw his companion being restrained, he grabbed a plastic chair and threw it at Xiao Yin. It was kicked away by a powerful foot, sending him flying and coughing blood. It turned out Yi Fengchuan had recognized that something was wrong and decisively stepped in. He shielded Xiao Yin behind him, told her not to fight, and settled her in a chair nearby. Then he handled the remaining scum himself. Someone in the crowd realized the situation had escalated. They called the police. Once the police arrived, they quickly dispersed the crowd and took everyone involved in the fight to the station. The thugs were rolling around on the ground after being beaten. The police assumed Xiao Yin had started the trouble, so they took her to the station as well. Auntie, the shop owner, held Xiao Yin's hand with a worried expression. But Xiao Yin comforted her instead. It's okay, Auntie. We have reason on our side. Auntie watched anxiously as the police took Xiao Yin away. She was extremely uneasy. After all, Xiao Yin had gotten dragged into this because of her son. Suddenly, she remembered something. She picked up her phone and hurriedly called a number. Xiao Yin was the Qiao family's daughter. Her father would surely save her. The police had come to praise the female lead, which greatly surprised her father. The police chief, who was still single, realized that this girl was far from ordinary. Her adoptive mother was displeased and called someone. The police just happened to ask me to bring her criminal record over. Let's see how long she can keep acting stubborn. But just as the call connected, the police knocked on the office door. The person they wanted to see had arrived. The police are so efficient these days. That little green tea schemer is acting again. Sister, as long as you apologize to Brother Fu, I'll plead for you. You can still make things right. The police have not even arrested me, yet you're already telling me to confess? The police chief entered the office and saw Qiao Yin. Qiao Yin, I thought you were in class. That saved me the trouble of looking for you. You truly deserve praise. My husband came to bail her out. The officer's voice was gentle. Oh, and your husband is. Mentioning Xiao Weiman, her adoptive mother was extremely proud. He's Xiao Weiman, the CEO of the Qiao Group. The police chief became angry. Does your family always fail to recognize good people? Not only did Xiao Yin bravely protect civilians from those hooligans, she also cooperated with our efforts to uphold justice. I must properly commend this young lady. Police chief, it was simply what I should have done. Her adoptive mother was utterly stunned, her expression turning awful. The police chief added, there is another matter. Xiao Yin also saved a child who had fallen into the water. The public even wrote a letter praising her. Another student was there at the time, but only Xiao Yin ignored the danger. Xiao Weiman proudly said, Xiao Yin truly is an outstanding child. She should be commended before the entire school. As soon as Xiao Yin stepped outside, Xiao Jin chased after her and began her shameless fake tear routine again. Even if I misunderstood you, sister, you could explain. That person has relatives in the education bureau. What if they expel you? Are you done? Xiao Yin's indifferent eyes frightened Xiao Dian. If you're done, then be quiet. Stop running your mouth. With that, Xiao Yin left. Xiao Yin's fierce disregard made Xiao Dian furious. What is she so proud of? Did she not know whom she had offended? After saying that, Xiao Dian deliberately began crying loudly. Xiao Nian was so mean to me. Class B, we can't let this go. We must make her apologize and leave first high school. Hearing this, the others agreed with her. She truly was a green tea schemer who used tears to win people over. Yi Fengchuan sent Xiao Nian a message asking how she felt about her first day in class. Xiao Nian replied, I didn't check the almanac. Running into the Qiao family made me very unhappy. Then she opened an app and her spirits immediately lifted. The unpleasant feeling vanished. 2 small goals had landed in her hands. Not easy at all. Xiao Nian only got transferred into first high school through her grandfather. She definitely got in through connections, and she even made Class B's beauty cry. She's far too arrogant. What nonsense are you talking about? Shun Qingqing stood up and spoke. Xiao Nian isn't like that. Don't spread rumors. But the posts all say so. Those are baseless rumors. Xiao Nian, hurry up and explain yourself. You're so tough because you want to play the hero? Xiao Nian did not care much about such slander. Rumors could never be completely stopped. But Shun Qingqing worried that, with the internet spreading them, things would get more and more excessive and eventually spiral out of control. Xiao Nian was helpless. It was better to let such matters go in one ear and out the other. Xiao Nian only put her head down during the exam, yet she still ranked first in the class. The teacher suspected Xiao Nian of cheating, but the principal had the invigilator find another excuse to accuse her. Not long ago, Xiao Nian's exam results were posted on the school forum. It said she had scored a perfect 60 and entered Class A through cheating. But with one move, the post disappeared within minutes of being published. Zhao Jingwei came looking for her in a rage. You deleted the post, didn't you? Smart girl, move aside. Sooner or later, your true colors will be exposed. Get out of first high school. Xiao Nian ignored her and left for the hospital. Xiao Nian happened to meet Yi Fengchuan and Gu San there. Isn't this Miss Qiao? Why is Miss Qiao carrying a Lingji mushroom? Yi Fengchuan saw her lecturing Chun Yuan. The two had agreed that if Chun Yuan failed to find a job after drifting around for 3 months, he would obediently return to school. I'll help you get back into Class A at first high school. The homeroom teacher at first high school is very determined. She won't let me return and drag down the class average. Xiao Nian smiled. What a coincidence. I also attend first high school, and I'm in Class A. Chun Yuan sprang up. You gone back to school too? At that moment, Yi Fengchuan's face darkened. Gu San felt a chill. That expression clearly meant he was jealous. What a coincidence indeed, Xiao Nian. Only then did Xiao Nian notice the two of them. You came to the hospital to visit Uncle Chun? That's right, and I'm here to teach this guy a lesson. Why is Yi Fengchuan here, Miss Qiao? Gu San secretly glanced at Yi Fengchuan, afraid that he would get angry. That's Uncle Chin's son, Chun Yuan. Yi Fengchuan suddenly spoke. Gu San broke out in a cold sweat. His master was actually helping a romantic rival make introductions. Yi Fengchuan took Xiao Nian's bag. Come on, let's see Chun Chun. He really wants to see you. Then we'll go home together. In the VIP ward, Chun Chun was hiding under his blanket, yelling. He would not eat, drink, or play. Yi Fengchuan stood at the door and shouted when he saw this. Yi Chun was just about to throw a tantrum when Gu San stopped him. Xiao Nian is here. Don't get angry. Gu San moved closer to Chun Chun. Guess who came to see you today? Chun Chun was very smart and refused to get up. Young master, if you won't get up, then we'll take Nian Nian home. The moment Chun Chun heard that, he jumped up. I am awake. Xiao Nian immediately noticed that there was something wrong with his leg. My name is Yi Kitchen. Hello, sister. The boy became well-behaved. Xiao Nian took a piece of candy from her pocket. I am Qiao Nian. Then she fed the candy to him. No child could resist sweetness. Chin Chin's face was filled with happiness. Is the candy good? It's so sweet. Suddenly, Yi Fengchuan looked at Xiao Nian. She hurriedly said, that was my last candy. Meanwhile, Chun Yuan wanted to return to Class A. Class A's homeroom teacher made a fuss in the principal's office. The exams are starting soon. Class A already has Xiao Nian, who took a year off school. Now, there's Chun Yuan, who dropped out for 3 months. How am I supposed to teach them? The principal was helpless because it was not something he could decide. Chun Yuan was destined to return to Class A. As soon as Teacher Shin returned to the office, she heard a group of people sarcastically saying that Class A was about to become a junkyard. Teacher Chun, congratulations on Class B's successful comeback. Teacher Shin angrily pushed open the door. Excuse me, a junkyard? Xiao Nian cheated in the exam and got 60 points. Class A is even taking in Chun Yuan, who has not finished 11th grade. If your Class A isn't a junkyard, what is it? If Class A is a junkyard, then when your Class B loses to us, wouldn't that make it even worse than a junkyard? The exams are coming soon. Just watch how Class A wins. Prepare to hand over the title of Outstanding Class. As the teachers traded barbs, Xiao Nian dozed off in the classroom. The students frowned even more. This Xiao Nian truly did not know how to reflect on herself. Shen Qingqing stood up. Why is everyone so discouraged? Do you want to lose to Class B? No one wants to lose. Look at Xiao Nian. At that moment, everyone aimed their criticism at Xiao Nian. One boy believed Xiao Nian was holding them back, but Shen Qingqing retorted, Class B is targeting our entire Class A. Whether Xiao Nian is here or not, we are all in the same class. Why argue among ourselves? If we lose, we will all be embarrassed. He turned to Xiao Nian and asked what score she had received on her previous exams. They were trying to raise the class's overall score, but she could not say anything because she had previously only tried to keep her scores slightly above average. Then this time, take it seriously. Instead of telling us your score, aim for first place. He turned to Xiao Nian and asked what score she had received on her previous exams. They were trying to raise the class's overall score, but she could not say anything because she had previously only tried to keep her scores slightly above average. Then this time, take it seriously. Instead of telling us your score, aim for first place. Everyone around Xiao Nian was stunned, unable to understand why she would say that. Xiao Nian, I'm serious. I'm serious too. First place. Xiao Nian could not help thinking that he must not have woken up yet. On the day of the exam, Shen Qingqing was worried that something might happen to Xiao Nian and had prepared the formulas in advance. Xiao Nian merely glanced at them without much interest. Wow, the student who declared she would take first place is still looking at formulas? Zhao Jingwei sneered. Shen Qingqing spoke up. Watch your mouth. She doesn't like people who mock her. I'm only telling the truth. What's so dirty about that? Let's see how you plan to cheat this time. Zhao Jingwei sneered. Xiao Nian merely replied coldly. Just wait and see me take first place. Xiao Jian stepped in to stop Zhao Jingwei. The exam is about to start. Stop causing trouble. We'll wait and see your results. Sister. Xiao Nian ignored her. In the examination room, Xiao Nian finished her paper in only half the allotted time. With plenty of time left, she lay down on her desk and went to sleep. Teacher Chun watched happily. Even her scratch paper was blank. At least she had enough sense not to cheat. Yet, during the next exam, Xiao Nian again finished quickly and put her head down on the desk. After the exam, everyone was talking. Xiao Nian slept through the whole exam. Class B will definitely win. A pretty face is useless without ability. Waiting to see Xiao Nian's dejected expression, Shen Qingqing asked, Did you do well? It was okay. Shen Qingqing breathed a sigh of relief, but Xiao Nian suddenly looked at her phone with concern. She hurriedly said goodbye to Shen Qingqing and ran to the hospital. This exam was too difficult. We can't expect the average score to be high. The department head was comforting teacher Shun when a grader suddenly exclaimed, Whose test paper is this? It's perfect. The final question was wrong, and she even corrected it, providing 2 answers. The principal was surprised. Which student could this be? It can't possibly be Xiao Nian. Teacher Chen had just been so proud. It must be cheating. Teacher Chun, don't forget, you were the proctor. Xiao Nian received perfect scores in every subject except Chinese. Meanwhile, Uncle Chin's brain tumor was worsening and required immediate surgery, but the hospital doctor's skills were limited. They could not perform the operation. I'll do it. I'll perform the surgery. Gu San, who was standing nearby, was deeply doubtful. Could Xiao Nian really do it? In contrast, Yi Fengchuan trusted Xiao Nian completely. She was very mysterious and always brought surprises. I understand the condition. Prepare sterile surgical clothing and begin the operation. A female doctor spoke up. The surgeons are still lacking in skill. What can a student do? If a medical accident occurs, can you bear the responsibility? I will, Xiao Nian declared firmly. What if something happens and damages the hospital's reputation? Saving lives is not something to be done on impulse. If the surgery fails, I will trade my life for Uncle Chen's. Let her try. If what she says is true, there may still be hope. The method she used on Chun Shan was no ordinary medical skill. The doctor then assisted Xiao Nian throughout the operation. Her technique was exceptionally skilled, stunning every doctor present. Their initial contempt gradually turned into admiration. Several hours passed. Gu-san asked, should we call Miss Jiang over? Jiang Shinro is also a medical genius. Isn't she even more capable than the veteran doctors at the third hospital? If anything happens, there should be someone there to help. Yi Fengchuan merely sat in his wheelchair. Even if she pokes a hole in the sky, isn't there still me? Gusen was dumbfounded. Master Yi had placed Miss Qiao under his protection. When the surgery ended, Chen Yuan rushed over. Gusen was nervous, unsure whether it had succeeded, but Yi Fengchuan only cared about Xiao Yan. You've waited a long time, but congratulations, the surgery was successful. Even veteran doctors would have found it difficult to succeed. The doctor said excitedly, her skills really are excellent. Xiao Yan walked out of the operating room, exhausted. The operation succeeded. He made it through. Yi Fengchuan looked at Xiao Yan as she wearily leaned against the chair. Although the surgery was successful, Uncle Chun will need rare metal before he can stand again. We can only ask the Crimson Alliance for help. Xiao Yan slumped over, dizzy, when suddenly her entire body was lifted into the air. The embrace carried Yi Fengchuan's unmistakable strength. Xiao Yan struggled in refusal. What are you doing? Put me down. The female lead was supposed to be allergic to contact with the opposite sex, yet Yi Fengchuan carried her without any reaction. There were also Jiang Li, her father, and her grandfather. Stop struggling. You need rest. I'll carry you to Chen Chen's room. Gusan followed behind without daring to say a word. That little ancestor had never allowed anyone to touch his bed. They did not know that Chun Chun had run into Qiao Dian. The boy was trying hard to drive them away. Since the two of them had stood by and refused to help last time, Chun Chun remembered their faces clearly. If you don't leave, the bodyguards will throw you out. Qiao Dian knew Chun Chun was the young master of a wealthy family. She was planning to flatter him. Qiao Dian suggested finding a Lingji mushroom. The young master of the Yi family needed Lingji mushrooms to treat his illness. They believed that if they helped him, they would rise to prominence afterward. Chun Chun was bored. I don't know when Sister Qiao Yan will come. I want to ask Uncle Yi to take me to find Qiao Yan. Just as Chun Chun thought that Xiao Dian, that scheming woman, had returned, the door suddenly opened. Seeing Gu San with the exhausted Qiao Yan, the boy was overjoyed. He ran over and called out excitedly, Sister Qiao Yan. Chun Chun, keep it down. Sister Qiao Yan is tired. Can you let her use your bed for a while? She just performed surgery for several hours. Everyone thought the young master was about to fly into a rage. Unexpectedly, Chun Chun happily agreed at once and climbed down from the bed himself. Gusen wanted to slap himself in the face. Seeing the messy blankets behind him, the boy blushed. I didn't know Sister would come, so I didn't prepare anything. Then Chin Chin picked up his rabbit and placed it beside Xiao Yan. It's very well behaved. It'll protect you. Yi Fengchuan pulled Chun Chin away. Let her rest. But why didn't you tell me you know medicine? You're also the top student in Class A. Only after a while did Xiao Yan learn that the results had been announced. Shin Qingqing was so excited that she could barely speak clearly. Goddess, do you know your score? But Xiao Yan already knew and was not surprised. She had merely been too lazy to write the essay. Shin Qingqing was especially delighted. 710. You ranked first in the entire school. Moreover, Chen Yuan ranked 12th. The teachers and students of Class B all turned pale. Her former classmates had not thought highly of Qiao Yan, and although they already knew the results, the atmosphere was unexpectedly good. As for the rare metal they needed, they would have to look to the Crimson Alliance. The account with the nickname S belonged to the Crimson Alliance, a gathering place for hackers and information brokers. A piece of, or from the vice president of the Mining Alliance. Xiao Yan had just logged on. Messages immediately began flooding in. Xiao Yan went straight to the point. I need a rare metal at any price. The sooner, the better. As long as I can obtain the raw material, I can treat Chin Chun and Uncle Chun. With Xiao Yan's medical skills, that would be enough. Shin Qingqing came looking for Xiao Yan. Have some watermelon ice cream. They ate together happily. At the hospital, Chun Chun was in a terrible mood because Xiao Yan had not come. As long as you behave, I'll take you to pick up Xiao Yan. Chen Chen's eyes immediately lit up. The Crimson Alliance wants those rare materials at a high price. Spread the word and have them raise the price a little. They did not know that Xiao Yan was the one who needed the materials. Yi Fengchuan gave Chun Chen an apple. Any news about the doctor I asked you to find? Gu Sin still had not found the person. Keep investigating. Her medicine is still being being sold on the black market. They urgently needed to find a way to treat Chun Chen's legs. Goosen asked whether Xiao Nian knew medicine and whether they should ask for her help, but seeing Yi Fengchuan's expression change, he gave up the thought. He did not know that, on the other side, Xiao Nian was cursing those profiteers. She had offered a 9-figure price, yet they still demanded more. If it were not for Chun and Uncle Chun, she would never have given them the opportunity to exploit her. A car stopped in front of her. When Chun saw Xiao Nian, he immediately perked up. "Sister, get in the car quickly. Chun misses you. Let's have dinner together. You looked unhappy earlier. Did something happen?" I met an idiot online. Thinking of those profiteers made her angry again, though the great businessman had no idea she was talking about him. He wisely advised, "Don't let yourself be fooled in the future. That profiteer really is awful." They stopped at a hotel. Xiao Jian was calling. Xiao Nian immediately hung up. Not far away, Teacher Chin looked like a fish out of water. Xiao Nian won't answer the phone. "Why are you making me apologize to that worthless class? How will I be able to show my face afterward?" Maybe she didn't bring her phone. I sent her a message. She'll reply when she sees it. But when she turned around, she saw Xiao Nian with a man. "Xiao Nian, good that you're here. Tell your class that I don't need to apologize anymore. I'll let today's matter go." But Xiao Nian was not so easy to deal with. "I heard everything. Outside school. Watch your mouth, or you might get slapped." Xiao Jian stepped forward, pretending that she wanted to settle things peacefully, but Xiao Nian immediately said, "Notre Dame Cathedral burned down. So are you homeless now?" "Xiao Nian, I'm warning you. I have connections in the Ministry of Education. Don't make them expel you." "Oh, if you're so capable, why are you still here shouting at me? You're wasting your effort. Go back and do what you can." Yi Fengchuan raised his phone. "The principal of First High School is on the line. Do you want to speak to him?" Teacher Chun had not expected Yi Fengchuan to be even more ruthless. She snatched the phone and began cursing until she heard the principal speak. "Teacher Chun, you have been dismissed. I will report this to the ministry and have your teaching certificate revoked." Only then did she realize the seriousness of the situation. Without her teaching certificate, her life would be ruined. "I'll apologize to Xiao Nian. Please don't revoke my certificate." But it was too late. Yi Fengchuan took back the phone. "It truly is too late." Xiao Jian suddenly realized that Xiao Nian had completely changed. Then Xiao Nian received a message, one that shocked her. To treat Chun Chen's leg condition and Uncle Chun, she needed rare materials. The female lead had gone to the Crimson Alliance to find them, yet the male lead was deliberately stirring things up. Seeing the message on his phone, he said, "Boss, the other party still thinks the price is too low." Xiao Nian angrily replied, "This damn profiteer wants more? Why doesn't he just rob a bank?" The other side replied, "But how could robbing a bank be faster than taking the boss's money?" Xiao Nian lost her patience. "Fine, add more money. If they still refuse, make them name their terms." This profiteer was far too greedy. She poured herself a glass of water, trying to calm down. On the other side, Yi Fengchuan received a call from Goosan. They doubled the price again. "Don't reply in a hurry. Wait for them to raise it more." Yi Fengchuan hung up. Seeing the glass of water in her hand, he said, "You shouldn't drink cold water at night. I'll warm some milk for you later." "Thank you." Still thinking about that profiteer, Xiao Nian followed him around like a little tail, so distracted that she did not notice Yi Fengchuan had stopped. She bumped right into him. Seeing Xiao Nian's distraction, he asked, "Were you bullied at school again?" He did not know that he himself was the one upsetting her. What counts as bullying? If you feel unhappy, that counts as bullying. Does your arm still hurt? The principal wanted to explain, but was ignored. Xiao Nian was surprised that he had come. Even his question, "Does it hurt?" made Yi Fengchuan radiate a frightening aura. "I'm Fina." This was also the first time she had seen Yi Fengchuan angry. The girl had only injured her arm, but the man anxiously swept her up in his arms. The instant Master Yi carried her, Xiao Nian was completely stunned. Master Yi asked the principal, "How do you think this should be handled? I shouldn't need to remind you, should I?" Principal Wang nodded repeatedly. The two moved through the school corridor, creating the scene of an overbearing CEO from a romance novel. The whole school erupted in whispers. "He's so handsome. He's even more handsome than the school heartthrob. Is he Xiao Nian's boyfriend?" Xiao Nian lowered her face, mortified. He gently put Nian Yin into the car. "Go to the city hospital." He gave the order coldly and decisively. "There's no need to go to the hospital. My arm is only bruised, and my leg isn't broken," Xiao Nian said helplessly. But he ignored her. "Nian Yin." His voice became even firmer. "To the hospital." Gusan promptly obeyed and started the car. Along the way, Xiao Nian silently looked out the window. Yi Fengchuan looked at her and softly asked, "Are you still angry?" The car became unusually quiet. Yi Fengchuan tried to start a conversation. Nian Yan. She ignored him, not knowing how to answer. Finally, she said softly, "No, I'm not angry. I just don't want to talk. You think I shouldn't have carried you like that, right?" Inside, Nian Yan wanted to bite him. He was such an unbearably troublesome man. He knew it, yet still asked. She could still walk perfectly well. The more she thought about it, the redder her face became. Yet he only smiled. "Didn't you call me brother? I'm your brother. You were hurt, so I worried. That's just a brother's concern. Don't overthink it." Yi Fengchuan patiently explained it. Did he think she was an idiot? His words were unreasonable, yet somehow convincing. "You should say it was fortunate that you only suffered a minor scrape. Your grandfather, your father, Zhongli, everyone cares about you. I have even more reason to look after you." That kind of familial affection was something she had never experienced in the Qiao family. Nian Yan was at a loss. All of it was the concern and love of elders. The next day, Yi Fengchuan received a call. The culprit was Zhao Jingwei. She has been taken to the police station. At Riding Wind Group, Director Qiao was so worried he was like an ant on a hot pan. Ever since Riding Wind abruptly withdrew its investment and ended their cooperation, Xiao Group's cash flow was about to collapse. He had no other choice but to contact President Yuan through his secretary, only to be refused. "Sorry, President Yuan is busy meeting an important guest today. I will let you know when he has time." Xiao Weiman gritted his teeth in anger, but did not dare act rashly. Suddenly, he saw someone who looked very much like Xiao Nian. "This way, please. President Yuan is waiting for you upstairs." The secretary accompanied Xiao Nian into the elevator. Xiao Weiman was stunned. Why was Xiao Nian here? When Xiao Nian arrived at President Yuan's office, President Yuan hurriedly greeted her. "Little ancestor, why are you only coming now?" She took Xiao Nian's hand and examined it from every angle. "Is your hand all right? It's only slightly bruised." "It's fine." President Yuan handed Nian her favorite orange juice. "It's delicious." Xiao Nian asked, "How has the design department been lately?" "Little ancestor, if you don't come, the design and marketing departments will collapse." President Yuan sighed helplessly. They're about to lose their minds. "Do you have any design drafts?" That was exactly why she had come. Nian handed over her design drafts. "I drew 2 during my recent break. Take these heart designs." Aunt Yuan's anxious heart was finally put at ease. What could possibly be bad if it came from her hands? As a top design master, she had built 7, the premium diamond jewelry brand, and made countless domestic and international stars famous. Everyone knew her. They were all vying to wear 7 jewelry. When Xiao Weiman saw Xiao Nian leave the elevator, he understood that President Yuan had refused him only to meet Xiao Nian. But why did Xiao Nian know President Yuan? The receptionist looked at him with increasingly cold eyes and said softly, "She is President Yuan's distinguished guest. You're not qualified to speak of her." The girl was clearly shopping at a store she owned, yet was treated with discrimination. "Show me your newest designs." Lu Dingding was startled. Maintaining her professional demeanor, Lu Dingding introduced the products to Nian. "These are 7's new releases, so they are very expensive." The design beside them was even prettier. Xiao Nian decided to buy it without hesitation. "Wrap this up, along with that little seahorse design beside it." These 2 items were not cheap, costing several $100,000. Seeing Xiao Nian's simple clothes, Lu Dingding wanted to remind her to think it over. But the short-haired employee looked disdainful. "Dressed like a beggar. Do you think everyone could be like Miss Xiao, spending huge sums while still in high school?" "Be quiet. Don't speak to customers like that," Lu Dingding scolded. The short-haired woman replied, "If she's poor, she's poor. I'm only telling the truth. Who says I can't? 7 is not something she can afford." "Yes, I really am poor." Thinking about it, Xiao Nian found it amusing. No one knew she was 7's owner. It seemed President Yuan was not very good at hiring employees. Seeing the 2 of them, Xiao Dian said, "What a coincidence. You actually dare come here? Don't tell me you can't afford to pay." "Nian, you came shopping too?" "Aunt Tang will pay for whatever you want." Before Tang Wei could finish speaking, Nian took out a black card. "I'm not short of money. Wrap everything up for me." Lu Dingding broke out in a cold sweat. The moment Xiao Nian took out the black card, she realized Xiao Nian was a major customer. Tang Wei's arm stiffened. What does she have a black card? Xiao Jian screamed as though she had seen a ghost. Have you never seen one before? Xiao Jian looked as if she were going mad. The American Bank black card. There were only 10 in the entire world, reserved for VIP clients. It was said that the credit limit on it was enough to buy an entire major city. My God, just what kind of identity did that girl have? Nian Nian, I have something to discuss with you. Have you made any plans yet? I can recommend you to a top art school. Xiao Nian interrupted her. Grandma Tang, if you have something to say, just say it. Don't beat around the bush. We aren't that close. Tang Wei looked embarrassed and hesitated. About Zhao Jingwei. Could you let go? Her father took a bullet for my husband and died. As long as you agree to let it go, you'll get a place at the art school. Xiao Nian took a sip of coffee. Her father taking a bullet has nothing to do with me, and I'm not interested in art school. Xiao Weimin slammed the table. Enough, Xiao Nian. Don't act so high and mighty. Madam Tang came personally to ask you, and you're still putting on airs? You're on her backdoor admission list, aren't you? But I don't need it. Whichever school I attend as the top scorer is my own choice. Shen Qingqing is my friend. No one is allowed to touch her. With that, Xiao Nian turned and left. The two people left behind were furious. Xiao Nian is really ungrateful. Madam Tang, please don't be angry. Outside, Gu San tried to comfort her. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Jiang Li was coaxing Chun Shun. Ever since Jiang Li entered the room, Chun Shun had refused to look at him. Yi Fengchuan asked, "What's wrong with him? Is he in a bad mood?" It went without saying that it was because Xiao Nian had not come. Who dared to upset our little ancestor? I'll deal with them. Sudanli. Shen Shen Uja Jiang Li Tigli. Don't target sister. At that moment, the ward door flew open. Chen Shen was overjoyed and called out to her. The two siblings exchanged a look. Yi Fengchuan deliberately took the shopping bag from her hand. Is it heavy? Let me carry it for you. Jiangli was full of question marks. The bag was tiny. How heavy could it be? But he was even more curious about why Xiao Nian had come. Xiao Nian gave Chun Chen a gift, and fortunately, he liked it very much. She had also prepared 2 bracelets for the 2 men, though they did not know what the gifts meant. Chen Shun ignored Jiang Li and eagerly waited for Xiao Nian's praise. Sister, I've been very good. I took my medicine on time and listened to the doctor. Jiang Li was stunned to see the boy being so obedient. Was this really that difficult young master? Yi Fengchuan also testified for him. Chen Chen isn't lying. He's been very obedient. Xiao Nian gave him his present as a reward. The moment he opened the gift box, Chen Chen's eyes lit up. I thought boys didn't like cute things. Cute things are my favorite. He even wanted Xiao Nian to put it on him herself. Viang Li had Kosin interrupted. Only Chun Xin gets a gift? What about me? Only then did Xiao Nian remember him. Yi Fengchuan was also a little jealous, but she had prepared gifts for both of them. Yi Fengchuan wondered why she did not hand his to him personally. Noticing his gaze, Xiao Nian gave him the gift bag. I bought these while I was shopping. 1 box for each of you. Jiang Li was heartbroken. He had thought only Yi Fengchuan and Chun Xin got their gifts first. He immediately took a photo and posted it. That means I'm the first one to post it. Countless fans praised it, and everyone thought he was promoting something. Look, Nian Nian, so many people are praising your taste. Xiao Dian also made a vague related post. That Xiao Dian is trying to ride my wave again. Only Gu Sin noticed that Yi Fengchuan's bracelet was different. Everyone else's was black, while the master's was silver. Of course, Yi Fengchuan noticed too, but pretended not to care. I think they're pretty much the same. He even deliberately showed it off several times. How are they the same? Only then did Jiangli notice that his was the only different color. Chen Chen's and mine are both black. Maybe she thinks black suits you better. Yi Fengchuan answered calmly. Jiangli became annoyed. I'd look good in silver too. Nian Nian, be fair. Xiao Nian rummaged through her bag. His hand is fair, so silver suits him better. At last, she found it. What else did you buy? Yi Fengchuan felt uneasy, afraid that she would exchange his gift just to pacify Jiangli. But Xiao Nian handed him a men's shirt instead. See if you like it. I don't like it. Yet this shirt made someone else jealous. Jiangli gritted his teeth sulkily. He stepped between them. You haven't even looked at it. How do you know you like it? What if you don't? Yi Fengchuan did not answer. But when he put the shirt on, it made his fair skin and handsome face stand out even more. How does it look? Very handsome. It suits you. This color makes you glow. As soon as Xiao Nian finished praising him, 2 voices spoke at once. What about mine? They strongly protested. They wanted shirts too. Chen Chun, be good. I'll buy one for you another day. Although Chun Chen did not object, he was unhappy. He only wanted Xiao Nian to buy it for him. Xiao Nian promised she would definitely buy him one next time, and only then did he cheer up. She did not forget Jiang Li standing behind them. Don't worry, I won't forget you. Suddenly, Jiang Li pulled Yi Fengchuan out of the ward. There were some things he needed to make clear. Yi Fengchuan, Nian Yin is still young and in school. Don't delay my sister's future. Nian Yin still doesn't know that the two of you have an engagement. Yi Fengchuan sleeps tight. She's an adult. She should know. The top star tried desperately to stop his beloved sister from being led astray by a man. It was not until Qiao Nian opened the door and asked, "Are you two fighting?" that Yi Fengchuan finally let Jiang Li go. Nian Yin, he kicked me. Jiang Li seized the chance to complain. You're both adults. Stop acting like children. Jiang Li's expression immediately changed. Then what do you want to eat, Nian Yin? I'll treat you tonight. Anything is fine. What about Yi Fengchuan? Ha pa. Jiang Li's jaw dropped at his answer. He could hardly recognize this man. Have you gone crazy? You're a clean freak. Don't worry. I'll cook it myself. He deliberately brought the young master home. At Jiang Li's villa, everyone else merely watched. Jiang Li exclaimed, I never thought you could cook. Do you need my help? You just need to wait and eat. Uncle, do you need Qinchin's help? Xiao Nian smiled and rubbed the boy's head. You can wait to eat too. Last time, I saw you order a lot of malatang. Xiao Nian accepted the food awkwardly. She had not expected him to remember. From afar, Jiang Li picked food for Xiao Nian, only regretting that his arms were not long enough. Seven's new collection was about to launch. Xiao Jian spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on a dress, certain she would become the center of attention at school and enjoy everyone's envious looks. I really like Seven. Ching, isn't Seven's parent company on good terms with your family's group? Have you met Seven? Xiao Jian forced a smile and lied without blushing. I met Seven once at a party. Really? Xiao Nian happened to pass by them. Is Seven a man or a woman? How old is Seven? Xiao Jian was flustered as she searched for an answer. It's not convenient to reveal that. Seven doesn't want her identity made public, so she told me not to disclose it. Xiao Nian suddenly said, The Seven you're talking about is a woman. Xiao Jian turned around, saw Xiao Nian, and cursed inwardly. She assumed Xiao Nian was pretending again. No one in the upper class had ever met Seven, yet Xiao Nian spoke as if she had. Didn't you say you met Seven? You don't even know whether Seven is male or female. Of course I know. Xiao Jian raised her voice. Then why are you blocking my way? Xiao Nian's eyes were mocking. Xiao Jian was displeased. I hope you stop chasing empty vanity in the future. It'll be embarrassing when someone exposes you. You obviously don't know Seven. Xiao Nian sighed. If Seven is a man, then my mother is about to have gender reassignment surgery. She arrogantly brushed past Xiao Jian, who was blocking her path. Back in class, Xiao Jian was speechless. What did Xiao Nian mean by that? She made it sound as if she were Seven herself. But everyone was quickly proven wrong when Xiao Nian posted from Seven's account. Female. Likes men. Stop trying to attract attention. Everyone wondered whether Xiao Dian really knew Seven, then concluded that Xiao Nian was simply too low profile. When Shun Qingqing saw Xiao Nian return to school, she cried and hugged her. She blamed herself. If not for her, Xiao Nian would not have been hurt. It's all my fault. With Xiao Nian's comfort, Shun Qingqing gradually cheered up. Xiao Nian treasured this friendship deeply. By the way, Nian Yan, a professor from Tsinghua University, is coming to our school to give a lecture. Have you heard? It's Jiang Zongjin, the famous Professor Jiang, who teaches social sciences. Xiao Nian was speechless. Her father was coming to teach at her school. Meanwhile, the campus beauty had clearly lost a bracelet worth hundreds of thousands. But she falsely claimed a girl's bracelet was hers and aggressively accused the girl of being a thief. How could an ordinary person like you afford Seven? You clearly stole it. Xiao Nian smiled. Open your eyes and take a good look. This bracelet is Seven's signature design. It definitely isn't yours. Only then did Xiao Nian learn that her father would be coming to the school as a special lecturer. Xiao Nian was completely confused. What did her father have to do with Xiao Dian? Was he coming just to teach Xiao Dian a lesson? That cannot be it, right? Shun Qingqing explained. Xiao Dian's boyfriend, Fu Gu, is a top student at Tsinghua University. He has a good relationship with Professor Jiang, so he asked the professor to come lecture. At the same time, Xiao Nian received a message from Jiang Li. Her father was worried she would not adjust well at school, so he had agreed to teach monthly classes until she graduated. Shun Qingqing showed Xiao Nian Qiao Dian's latest post, flaunting her newly custom-made dress. Qiao Nian did not care, but Shun Qingqing still warned her, "Be careful. She might give you trouble." Qiao Nian did not take it to heart. On the way to the auditorium, they overheard everyone marveling over Qiao Dian. Shun Qingqing and Liang Bowen looked upset. "I really don't want to go. Why does everything have to be like this?" But contrary to expectations, Qiao Dian stopped them. Shun Qingqing quickly stood in front of Qiao Nian, afraid Qiao Dian would hurt her. "What are you doing?" "Qiao Nian, did you take the bracelet?" "Qiao Dian lost it right after she spoke with you." "What does that have to do with Nian Nian?" Shun Qingqing sneered. "Do you even know what brand it is?" "What brand? I'd like to know. Have you heard of 7? A poor nobody like you could never afford one. A bracelet costs over $10,000. Return it immediately, or we'll report you." Mockery flashed in Xiao Nian's eyes. "The price you mentioned is 7's cheapest price." "Xiao Nian, I know your family is struggling, but you shouldn't act like this. Can you even afford that much? Don't pretend not to care just because you can't have it." Suddenly, Qiao Dian saw the bracelet on Shun Qingqing's wrist. "That's the bracelet I lost." Shun Qingqing hurriedly withdrew her hand. "This is my bracelet." What was even stranger was that Professor Zhang had clearly come to First High School as a lecturer, yet attracted celebrities from all over the city. It turned out that the Qiao family had spread the news everywhere, claiming the Tsinghua professor had come specifically for Qiao Dian. Liang Bowen gaped. "Look over there, Nian Nian." Qiao Nian followed the direction of his finger. "Why was Yi Fengchuan here too?" Girls around them whispered. "That man is so handsome, more handsome than the school heartthrob." The principal was accompanying him, so he was clearly an important figure. What shocked everyone even more was that he was wearing the shirt Qiao Nian had personally chosen and given him. Yi Fengchuan also spotted Qiao Nian in the crowd. A smile lingered at the corner of his lips. As they looked at each other from afar, both their hearts raced, and a stirring feeling rose in their chests. "Nian Nian, look. It seems like he's looking at us." "I didn't notice. Maybe he was looking somewhere else." Xiao Nian replied absent-mindedly. Only important people were allowed to sit in the first 3 rows. This time, because Professor Zhang had come to lecture, famous people from across the city had gathered, causing a real sensation. Xiao Nian looked at the message on her phone, unsure whether to be happy or sad. Her poor teacher father had become famous. The Qiao family also arrived at the auditorium. Through their connections, Qiao Jian sat in the 3rd row, making many classmates jealous. The first 3 rows were reserved for big shots. Shun Qingqing was furious. The more someone lacks something, the more they show it off. She's acting as if she's walking a red carpet. How ridiculous. Yi Fengchuan sent Qiao Nian a message. "Do you want to sit in the front row?" In no mood for it, Qiao Nian gave a brief reply. Yi Fengchuan looked at her answer, exactly as he had expected, and the corners of his mouth rose. Then he stood up and looked at Xiao Nian. All the students were stunned. What was this big shot looking at? "Now, please welcome Professor Zhang Zongjin to speak with us." Thunderous applause erupted. Zhang Zongjin spoke about several interesting aspects of learning, and applause occasionally rang out across the hall. After it ended, Shun Qingqing was still thinking about it. Suddenly, she had a realization. "Nian Nian, you look a little like Professor Jiang." Her comment immediately made nearby students laugh. She really has no shame. They look alike? Maybe their faces are different. Isn't Xiao Nian some fake rich girl? I heard her father is a poor teacher from their hometown. Shun Qingqing wanted to teach them a lesson, and if Xiao Nian had not held her back, she might have gone up and started a fight. Someone called Xiao Nian and asked her to go eat hot pot later, but she declined because she had other plans. With one hand in her pocket, she walked toward the stage. "Professor Jiang, I am Qiao Dian's father. Thank you for coming to our school to lecture for Qiao Dian." Zhang Zongjin looked confused. "We are Fu Ji's parents. Are you Professor Fu's advisor?" "I'm Fu Ji's mother. Thank you for taking care of my son." Zhang Zongjin frowned. He usually only conducted research and did not supervise students. For a moment, the Fu family looked embarrassed. This slap in the face left them at a loss. Yi Fengchuan raised his eyebrows as he watched them. "Uncle Jiang, Nian Nian is still waiting for us. Let's go." "All right, I can't let my daughter wait any longer." The Fu family was utterly humiliated. Professor Jiang had not come for Qiao Dian, and he did not even know Fu Ge. Yet the two families could only endure it, lowering their heads like turtles hiding in their shells. Zhang Zongjin waved when he saw Qiao Nian. "Nian Nian." Shun Qingqing and Liang Bowen were both stunned. Trembling, they asked why Professor Jiang had come over and was calling little Nian Yin Yin. When you were injured, Dad was busy finishing a project and couldn't come back. Jiang Zongjin looked like a child admitting his mistake. What did you think of the lecture just now? His eyes were full of expectation. You were amazing. I listened carefully. Shun Qingqing was even more shocked by their conversation. Something was wrong. Hadn't the professor come just for Qiao Dian? But Jiang Zongjin's next words were like thunder in their ears. Are you Yin Yin's classmates? Hello, I'm Yin Yin's father. Thank you for taking care of her. Let me treat you to dinner tonight. The two of them were completely dumbfounded. Having family care for you feels wonderful, doesn't it? Ye Feng Chuan vispirid besideher. What he did not know was that Xiao Yin was truly happy. The girl was finally going to have dinner with her biological father. Xiao Dian felt as though her vision had gone dark. Although Qiao Weimin also found it unbelievable, he could not help asking. Jiang Zongjin turned around. Though they had met before, he had no impression of him. Professor Jiang, is Qiao Yin your daughter? Xiao Weimin still refused to give up. Xiao Dian was stunned. She had been too far away to hear clearly before, but now she had heard every word. She could not believe it was true. Jiang Zongjin turned to Qiao Yin. Do you know them? Yes, you could say I know them very well. They're my adoptive parents. Xiao Yin had nothing to hide, though her smile was mocking. That's right, we raised her. Xiao Weimin gave a fake smile, unaware that Jiang Zongjin had become angry. Xiao Yin, isn't your father a poor teacher? You really know how to claim powerful people as relatives. A Tsinghua professor is your father. Is that any way to speak to your adoptive parents? My parents were forced to donate blood to Qiao Dian. I lived under Qiao Dian's shadow at that awful school. What kind of attitude do you expect from me? Should I kneel and thank you? Jiang Zongjin could no longer hold back. It is not an outsider's place to discipline my daughter. He had feared Xiao Yin might be labeled ungrateful, but now the Qiao family had come to curry favor with him and even dared to berate his daughter in public. No matter how mild-tempered Jiang Zongjin was, he finally exploded. They had not only abused Xiao Yin, but also slandered her. Xiao Jian had even secretly instigated others to hurt Xiao Yin. I haven't even settled the score for what you did to my daughter over the past 18 years. Yet you dare to cause trouble here? Jiang Zongjin, usually gentle-tempered, was truly furious. From behind them, Yi Fengchuan watched everything unfold. Xiao Yin told Jin Yin that she would handle it. Yi Fengchuan gently patted Jin Yin on the shoulder, then turned and patted her father's shoulder as well. He whispered something to him, saying that he would find a way to bankrupt the Qiao family as their sentence. When Jin Yin's father looked at his daughter again, he became gentle. Are you hungry? Dad will take you to dinner. It was as if nothing had happened. Those bad people will regret this. Don't worry. Xiao Weimin felt uneasy, afraid of retaliation. When they arrived at the hotel, Chun Chun limped out to greet them. Sister, I'm here. Under Chun Chin's expectant gaze, Xiao Yin pulled the boy into her arms. Xiao Yin, who is this child? My friend's nephew. Do you remember me? Of course I do. Shun Qingqing thought the boy was adorable. She truly wanted to hug him too. Yi Fengchuan handed over a cup of milk tea. Qinchin specifically bought this for Sister Qiao Yin. Xiao Yin thanked him as the dishes were brought to the table one after another. Xiao Yin's phone rang. She went outside to take the call. A little while later, Jiangli returned with Xiao Yin. He wants to have lunch with us. Is that okay? The two of them immediately stood up and agreed. The nation's top idol, Jiangli, was Xiao Yin's cousin? Was she dreaming? Jiangli smiled and introduced himself. Hello, everyone. I'm Xiao Yin's brother. Nice to meet you all. You brought milk tea too? Was there a sale at the milk tea shop today? Thank you. Shun Qingqing and Yi Fengchuan were so thrilled they nearly fainted. Milk tea from Jiangli. The wealthy old lady had come to slander a girl online. So was Xiao Dian, begging Xiao Yin to let the matter go this time. But Xiao Yin refused. No one was allowed to hurt her friends. Now that she had heard the Qiao family was about to be exposed online, Xiao Yin gave a cold little smile. After walking past them, she could not even be bothered to look at them. Just one glance left them unable to blink. The old lady's expression changed as well. You don't even greet your elders when you see them? Sorry for interrupting you while you were slandering me. Xiao Yin turned around and mocked her. Since you heard it, I'll be direct. The girl is only 18 and still has a future ahead of her. So the person who nearly died because of her has no future? Whatever tricks you want to use, I'm not afraid. After saying that, Xiao Nian turned and left. Tang Chi watched her leave. Xiao Nian had stirred his heart at first sight. Didn't you go wash your hands? Yi Fengchuan noticed that she had been gone for a long time and was about to go look for her. Who is Miss Xiao? Tang Chi asked unconsciously. Xiao Nian looked at him in surprise. A friend is just a friend. A boyfriend is also a friend. Tang Chi felt a heaviness in his heart. Madame Tang noticed something was wrong with her grandson and took him away. Xiao Nian had just intended to go to the restroom when Yi Fengchuan stopped her, pressed her against the wall, and asked, "Am I your friend, not your brother?" Xiao Nian had 1,000 questions in her mind. What did he want her to call him? She thought carefully. Chun called her sister, while she called him brother. It seemed a little strange. Little Uncle Nian, he called sweetly, clearly doing it on purpose. Little Uncle Fengchuan seemed distracted. Although it sounded nice, their relationship would be far too confusing. What should she do? Forget it. Friends was better. Yi Fengchuan surrendered it. Xiao Nian smiled slyly. Go wash your hands. A week passed. Xiao Nian went to the airport. Chun sent her a message asking whether she was coming to the hospital to visit him. Xiao Nian said she was at the airport to pick up a friend today. The little boy had been clinging to her lately, but Xiao Nian was worried about Chun's leg. She needed to obtain the rare medicinal ingredients as soon as possible. They agreed to meet tomorrow. Chun also reminded her to be careful. Xiao Nian's friend rushed over joyfully to hug her, only to receive a kick. Stay away from me. I'm allergic. Actually, I consulted several experts to help you find a solution. Xiao Nian did not care. Have you seen it? Why did you hurry back? Posts were spreading about a student at First High School who used connections to get in, drove away a teacher, sent a classmate to the police station, and whose mother had nearly died. The post even exposed the girl's identity. The school refused interviews. It must have been pressured too. There are two ways to resolve this. First, find someone with a stronger background than them and suppress the posts. Second, find a hacker to erase it all online. I know someone from the Crimson Alliance. He did not know that she was from a top aristocratic family, and also the leader of the Crimson Alliance. Xiao Nian did not care. She had her own way of resolving it. Last time, you said someone wanted to hire me to treat them, right? Yes. He went to great lengths to find you. How could he give up? He even raised the price several times. I'll take the case, but my condition is rare medicinal ingredients. Rare medicinal ingredients? As long as he has rare medicinal herbs, I'll accept the case. Chun's condition and Uncle Chen's both depended on them. Yet she had no idea that the client was someone she knew well enough to surprise her. Xiao Nian treated Chun like a younger brother, but the boy wanted to marry her. Why is this brat smiling? Has Nian replied to your message yet? Of course. Unlike some people who are afraid, she won't reply if they send her a message. Aren't you driving him over? I dare you to let him see Nian. Wait until I grow up. I won't need you. I'll go see sister myself. By then, she'll be my little aunt. You don't even have a girlfriend. She won't marry you. If she won't marry me, is she supposed to marry you? You still have milk on your lips, and you're talking about marriage? Wait until you're 25. If you behave, I'll let you meet your little aunt. Otherwise, I'll leave you behind in the capital. Aunt 3 had not expected Yi Fengchuan to be so shameless, bullying a 5-year-old, yet acting so self-righteous. Young Master Yi, the miracle doctor has set her condition. She wants rare medicinal ingredients. Yi Fengchuan was rather shocked by the news. Chun, be good. I have something to deal with. I'll take you to see your little aunt later. Chun fumed. She'll be your wife someday. It was the first lunar month again, and Chun threw a tantrum, demanding a haircut and even wanting his head shaved. Meanwhile, Nian went to see old Master Su. She gave a medicine she had newly prepared. Old Master Su thanked her. Without Nian, I would have kicked the bucket long ago. The old man and the young woman entered the hotel. By coincidence, Xiao Jian saw them. It's so late, and sister is entering a hotel with an old man. He might be a friend of a Tsinghua professor. Xiao Jian spoke up for Xiao Nian with a serious expression. Have you ever gone into a hotel with one of Dad's friends? Unexpectedly, Xiao Nian had invited old Master Su to dinner. It was truly a rare opportunity. Normally, she always stood him up. No, Nian said Zhao Jingwei tried to kill her friend. The Tang family is using connections to get her released. Old Master Su hated people like that most. They dare disregard the law? Who gave him the nerve? With old Master Su's assurance, Xiao Nian felt at ease. Everyone knew how to use connections, but it remained to be seen whose connections carried more weight. As soon as Nian Yin left the hotel, she received Chun Chen's message. They were about to arrive. Hearing someone call her name, Xiao Nian turned to see the two despicable people. Nian Yin, what's going on? Fu Ji's face darkened as he reached out to grab her. Were you acting coquettishly with that old man? Xiao Nian turned aside to avoid him. Watch your mouth. Don't touch me. I haven't settled things with you two yet. Xiao Diane's face turned pale. She wanted to blackmail Xiao Nian, but she was also a little afraid. I saw you enter a hotel with an old man. We grew up together. I don't want you to go down the wrong path and sleep with an old man. So they had misunderstood her relationship with old Master Su. You're still denying it now? That's right, sister. We both saw just now. Don't keep making one mistake after another. Nian Yin ignored them. Seeing Chun Chen's message, she replied, I'm going to take a look. What is that supposed to mean? Nian Yin. Her blood boiled. What does it have to do with you? You went around telling people I was your girlfriend, and now you expect me to mourn you for 3 years. Fu Ji's face turned dark. Was she inviting him to get physical? Qiao Dian defended Fu Ji. Sister, don't go too far. Xiao Nian had endured enough complaints just to obtain rare medicinal ingredients, and now she finally had somewhere to vent her anger. I think I've been too lenient, giving you the chance to fabricate things in front of me. I've already shown you plenty of respect. Treating a man fit for the trash as a treasure. Xiao Dian must really like that, huh? You're coming home with me to speak to our parents. As soon as she finished speaking, she moved against Xiao Dian. Did the Fu family teach you to go insane in public? Who gave you the nerve to drag Nian Yin around? The moment Fu Ge saw Yi Fengchuan, he was terrified. In the capital, Yi Fengchuan was an influential figure. How could he dare offend him? Young Master Yi, it's just a misunderstanding. Yi Fengchuan ignored him and said to the girl in front of him, let's go. Chun Chun is waiting for you. Her ex-boyfriend refused to leave Nian Yin alone, but once Yi Fengchuan appeared, she finally escaped those two villains. Their eyes were full of rage. Chun Chun suddenly opened the car door and shouted, Sister! His little face was flushed red as he stormed out of the car. Seeing Nian Yin being bullied, he declared, I'll kill them. Seeing Chun Chen's furious determination to protect her, Nian Yin felt much less angry. Chun Chun, be good. I'm Fine. The unlucky ones are them. The cooperation between Riding Wind and Xiao Real Estate had been completely terminated. Once it was announced, the Xiao family would be finished. This was the consequence of Xiao Dian angering her. Yi Fengchuan became curious when he heard this. Nian Yin was like a question mark. The closer he got to her, the more mysterious she became. Chun Chun only gradually calmed down after Xiao Nian soothed him. Xiao Nian heard that neither of them had eaten. Chun Chun looked at her. Did she still see him as a child? He was already grown up. What do you two want to eat? My treat. Yi Fengchuan knew Xiao Nian was not short of money. Anything you cook. How about tomato egg noodles? Of course. As long as you make it, I'll eat it all. Jiang Li was sitting on the sofa, playing with his phone. When he learned Yin Yin was personally cooking today, he immediately threw his phone aside. His face lit up with anticipation as he raised his hand. I want some too. When Jiang Li entered the kitchen, the aroma was overwhelming. Let me help. Be careful not to burn yourself. At that moment, Yi Fengchuan received a call. He had already arranged for someone to deal with Zhao Jingwei. Yi Fengchuan had no idea Xiao Nian had gotten ahead of him. Fu Ge drove Xiao Dian home. At the door, Xiao Dian shyly thanked him. Thank you for waiting for me to come back. Fu Ge replied indifferently. Get some rest early. I'll call you tonight. Fu Ge refused directly. It's late. Don't call. We'll talk tomorrow. Ever since he met Xiao Nian that evening, Fu Ge had seemed very strange. In the past, he would have passionately kissed her when she got out of the car. This only made Xiao Dian hate Xiao Nian more. Dad, did you know Xiao Nian slept with an old man? Before she could finish, Xiao Dian received a slap. She froze. She did not understand why she had been hit. Xiao Weiman gritted his teeth as he glared at Xiao Dian. Something happened to Dad's company. He didn't mean to hit you. Xiao Dian refused to let it go. If the company is in trouble, Dad can ask Riding Wind Group for help. Why did you hit me? You still dare mention Riding Wind Group? Xiao Weiman became even more furious. You little bitch. It's because of you that they terminated the contract. Xiao Dian was stunned. Aren't they afraid of paying compensation for breaking the contract? Riding Wind was willing to pay the penalty rather than continue working with them. Xiao Weiman wanted nothing more than to beat this daughter to death. Without the riding wind contract, the Qiao family had only one road left: ruin. Xiao Jian did not want to become poor. Dad, go apologize. Already did, but they wouldn't even let me through the door. Even now, Xiao Jian did not know where the problem lay. Why did you hit me? Why? Because of you. Who did you offend? Director Yuan told me to ask you. Xiao Jian was utterly shocked. Suddenly, she thought of the name Qiaoyan. Who exactly did you offend? That expression just now, you know, don't you? That could be Qiaoyan. Xiao Weiman froze. That was right. It could only be Qiaoyan, the adopted daughter they had despised. Only she could hate them that much. Nian Yen had just finished showering in her room when old Master Su told her that Zhao Jingwei's matter had been resolved. Then came a knock at the door. It was Yi Fengshuan, holding a glass of orange juice. Qinshan was already deeply asleep. The necklace Yi Fengshuan gave her was clearly very valuable, but he claimed it was not expensive at all, reasonably priced, pretty, and suitable for everyday wear. Qiao Nian's mouth twitched. Not expensive? It only cost nearly $1 million. If Qiao Nian had not designed it herself, she might actually have believed him. Qiao Nian was about to refuse, but Yi Fengshuan had planned ahead. Chun Shun and I bought it together. You don't like it? Thinking Chun Shun would be sad, Qiao Nian accepted the necklace. But Yi Fengshuan took it and put it on for her himself. Before Qiao Nian could react, Yi Fengshuan had stepped behind her. Her entire face flushed crimson, her heart pounding as she instinctively wanted to escape. Don't move. I'll be done soon. Qiao Nian tried hard to sit still, her hands clenched tightly. She seemed to hear her own heartbeat. Yi Fengshuan wanted to take a picture too. Qiao Nian had just frowned when he gave another reasonable excuse. Chun Shun is looking forward to seeing you wear the necklace. Resigned, Qiao Nian stood up. I'm standing still. Take it. Yi Fengshuan found her amusing. Your face is too stiff. Relax a little. Can you smile a little? That's more adorable. Qinshan will like it and give you a heart. At 18, it was Qiao Nian's first time having to pose for a photo like this. Yet now, she could only let herself be indulged by them. The next day at school, Qiao Nian had nightmares all night, dreaming only about posing for that photo. She ignored Xiao Weiman, who had been waiting for her. Xiao Weiman did not get angry. He rubbed his face and blocked Xiao Nian's path. Xiao Nian, come to the convenience store with me. Xiao Nian was impatient. Only then did Xiao Weiman say, Do you know the CEO of Riding Wind Group? Help me arrange a dinner with him. Xiao Nian coldly refused without a second thought. Xiao Weiman grew anxious. Help me, and I'll help you with Zhao Jingwei. I have a very good relationship with the Tang family. But Xiao Nian did not want to see him. Save those connections for Xiao Dian. When she returned to class, everyone had gathered around her. It turned out that Xiao Nian had only been gone briefly, and Chen Yuan had revealed that she could play the electronic keyboard. Xiao Nian, you can play the keyboard? I only learned from watching YouTube. Unlike Xiao Dian, who can't learn it even with a teacher. There's an amazing keyboard player named Seven. He's extremely mysterious, never shows his face, and nobody knows his true identity. I can't help admiring him. He has so many great songs, and after they trended, plenty of major figures in the domestic music industry noticed him. He's even a music master. Seven is truly incredible. Xiao Nian looked indifferent. I don't know. Aren't you Jiang Li's fan? But you can't help liking Seven. Xiao Jian is about to join a program as a guest. It seems that Sister Jiang Li's brother will be there too, Shun Qingqing said as she searched for the program. But Xiao Jian started showing off on the program because she was playing one of Seven's songs, only an adapted version by Jiang Li. Then the host asked, I heard your type is someone fair-skinned, gentle, and just right for you. Jiang Li did not even blink. Calmly, he said, I'm talking about my little sister. He even showed off the bracelet Xiao Nian had given him. My little sister gave it to me. Xiao Nian, your brother is talking about you. Xiao Nian was slightly stunned, but there was nothing she could do. Naturally, the host immediately asked where Jiang Li's little sister studied. She studies in Rao City and is a high school student this year. The comments exploded. What was with this doting attitude? I hate that I don't have a brother named Jiang Li. I'm so jealous. Wait, isn't she classmates with Xiao Dian? She has no shame. Jiang Li clearly said the bracelet was a gift from his little sister, yet she posted it on Weibo claiming it was for her. How thick-skinned. Xiao Dian's face and neck burned, and her throat felt choked. There had been rumors before, but she thought Jiang Li would not reveal his private life. Yet this program seemed determined to humiliate her. Jiang Li trended again, which was frightening because what he did could get his little sister attacked online. So the top idol was rumored to have an older sister figure at school, and the high school girl in the picture, upon seeing her brother live on television, felt that something was wrong. I went to the same school as senior Jiang Li before. I'm his junior. A junior could also be understood as a younger sister. Jiang Li also noticed Xiao Dian's intention. So you meant Xiao Dian when you posted that picture before? Even Shun Qingqing was furious when she saw this. She really has no shame. Xiao Nian, are you just going to let her keep performing on television? Shun Qingqing was angry, but Xiao Nian merely curled her lips. What else can I do? Jump into the television and tell everyone she's lying? It was truly infuriating. Would Jiang Li counterattack? The host became increasingly pointed. So Jiang Li also graduated from First High School. What a coincidence. Don't misunderstand. The person I'm referring to is my biological younger sister, not a junior schoolmate. What is your sister's name? Can you share it? Hearing Jiang Li strike back, Shun Qingqing was startled. My sister's name is Qiao Nian, and she attends First High School too. Those words were far too blunt. No one expected Jiang Li to openly admit that Qiao Nian was his sister. My sister is incredibly beautiful, fair-skinned, and gorgeous. No AI-generated face could ever replace her. The bracelet was a gift from my sister, and the white rabbit candy was also from her. Jiang Li's frankness stunned everyone. Shun Qingqing was delighted. Xiao Nian's name quickly shot to the top of the trending topics, and Qingqing felt both thrilled and vindicated. But Xiao Nian did not think this was a good thing. After Jiang Li left the show, his assistant said, "You talked about your sister on television." When she gets angry, it wasn't a good idea to reveal it without asking. With Xiao Nian's personality, tomorrow she might introduce herself to her classmates as your sister. At the same time, he wanted to ask whether Qiao Nian was angry. Yet as soon as Jiang Li got into the car, before he could call her, Yi Fengchuan called first. "What do you want with me? Are you asking me out to dinner? I'm only free tonight." Jiang Li crossed his legs. Yi Fengchuan growled over the phone. "You said Qiao Nian is your sister. Did you think this through? You've caused trouble." Jiang Li was slightly alarmed. "What happened? She's my sister. What's wrong with making that public? You got the person right, but the timing was wrong." There has been no official conclusion to Zhao Jingwei's case. The Tang family is using this opportunity to push Xiao Nian onto the trending list, portraying her as a powerful bully who abuses her status to oppress ordinary students. At the same time, Jiang Li's assistant saw the trending topic. Jiang Li's sister hurt a classmate and is being condemned. They want your sister to apologize through your account. Jiang Li had never expected his words to lead to this outcome, and he was deeply upset. While Xiao Nian was being attacked, Jiang Li continuously posted updates, firmly refusing to apologize to the haters. He even said that he would leave the entertainment industry for Xiao Nian. But Zhao Jingwei, the actual wrongdoer, had now become the victim. Xiao Nian did not care about it at all. Then she suddenly saw Yi Fengchuan. "Your boyfriend is here to pick you up. I'm heading home." Xiao Nian was confused. Since when did she have a boyfriend? Yi Fengchuan was waiting for her at the school gate. When he saw her, he lightly raised the cap in his hand, walked over, and put it on her. Her boyfriend? Xiao Nian grumbled inwardly. Yet once she got into the car, she saw a drink beside her. "You bought this for me? I noticed you don't like orange juice, so I bought lemonade." Xiao Nian was curious. She had disliked oranges from the beginning, but everyone had always assumed that she liked them. How'd he know? And I already scolded Jiang Li. He's stubborn and always does foolish things. Don't be angry. He's being stubborn again and even said he would quit the entertainment industry. Don't worry. I'll handle it for you. Yi Fengchuan was very clever, and Xiao Nian was not worried. It was only a trivial matter. Yi Fengchuan looked at her intently. Meanwhile, in the Tang family's rear courtyard, Tang Qi came running over, panting. "Grandma, why are you treating Xiao Nian like this? She didn't do anything wrong." Old Madame Tang calmly sipped her tea. "Are you trying to lecture me? I don't mean that. It's just, I like Xiao Nian. Give up. I don't like that girl." She rose angrily and said, "Let me tell you this. I will definitely have Zhao Jingwei released. If Xiao Nian obediently apologizes, I may consider letting the matter go." Just then, Tang Qi's father came in. "Mom, something happened. Mayor Yuan has intervened in Xiao Nian's case. Zhao Jingwei won't be released." The old woman could barely remain standing. "What? Does the Jiang family have that much influence?" Just then, she received a message. Old Madam Tang, who exactly is Qiao Nian? The police have been investigating me since early this morning. I've already received 4 calls. Things don't look good. We should go apologize. Old Madam Tang held her head. Then we have no choice but to apologize. Tang Chi was delighted. That's great. At Jiang Li's villa, Gu San said, Little young master, you spoke to old Master Yi like that. He'll be angry. Chun Chun said, if Grandpa won't help me, then I won't love Grandpa anymore. Gu San replied, but this is only a quarrel between students. It's normal. Your grandfather's status is too important for him to interfere. Chin Chin was still furious. To me, this is a huge matter, an especially huge matter. Those people dared to insult my sister online. I'm so angry. After reading the comments, Chun Chin's eyes brimmed with tears. Uncle, tell me, why are they bullying my sister? Gu Sin comforted him. Little young master, don't cry. Just then, Xiao Nian walked in. Chun Chun, I'm back. The moment he saw Xiao Nian, Chun Chun happily ran over and hugged her. Sister, I missed you so much. She asked, were you good at home today? Chun Chun shyly handed her a letter and said, Sister, don't open this until later. Yi Fengchuan asked, what did you write? Chun Chun said, it's something you can't read anyway. Sister, don't be afraid. I'll definitely protect you and won't let anyone bully you. Yi Fengchuan said, just take care of yourself. I'm here to handle your sister's affairs. You're only 5 years old, so you don't need to worry. Xiao Nian remained as calm as ever. I'll go upstairs first. In Xiao Nian's room, she turned on her computer and got to work. She only needed to ask the Crimson Alliance to hack in and disrupt the information. Just then, she received a message from her pink-haired friend. Little Xiao Nian, you're impressive. You acted fast this time. You completely slapped the police and the Tang family in the face. She was confused. What are you talking about? The pink-haired friend laughed. Little lamb, stop pretending. Since when did you know Mayor Yuan? He hates people using connections and backdoor deals more than anything. She was still baffled. Which Mayor Yuan? Just then, she checked her phone. The trending topics were filled with news of Qiao Nian jumping down to save someone, along with favorable stories about her spreading across the internet. She was surprised. Was this Yi Fengchuan's doing? She silently wondered what kind of friend she was to him. On the screen, she saw that the video of Zhao Jingwei deliberately framing her had been released. Thinking of Yi Fengchuan, she wondered whether she owed him another favor. A little later, she changed clothes and went downstairs, where she saw 3 men sitting on the couch. The moment they saw her come downstairs, all 3 stared at her in shock. Their boss lady was beautiful, cool, and utterly striking. She said, I have nothing to do tonight. Do you all want to go for a walk? Chun Chun happily said, I do. Naturally, Yi Fengchuan agreed as well. Yi Fengchuan, Chun Chun, and Xiao Nian went out hand in hand, drawing astonished looks from everyone around them. Oh my God, their looks are unbelievable. Is that child their son? When they reached the store, Xiao Nian said, the shirt I bought you before was from this store. I thought you looked very good in it. How about, before she could finish, he said, let's go in and take a look. She looked at him and smiled. Okay. The 2 of them soon entered the store. When the saleswoman saw her, she smiled. Oh, it's the beautiful young lady from the other day. That's right. We have many new styles today. The saleswoman saw that Xiao Nian had brought a handsome man and a child with her. She asked, you brought your boyfriend shopping this time? Your boyfriend is so handsome, even more handsome than our brand ambassador. You're so lucky. Xiao Nian calmly said, he isn't my boyfriend. Yi Fengchuan said, you wanted to buy clothes for me. Xiao Nian looked at him. Not only for you. I want to buy some for Chun Chin too. Chun Chin's eyes lit up. I want to buy clothes for sister too. All right. The 2 quickly picked out clothes. Try this one and this one too. Yi Fengchuan obediently cooperated and agreed to everything she chose. She asked, this should be enough. Do you need to use the fitting room? Yi Fengchuan quickly entered the fitting room. Chun Chin raised his hand and told the saleswoman, I need to use the restroom. Okay, I'll take you there. Just then, Fu Ge and Tang Ning also came shopping. When Xiao Nian saw them, she was annoyed and quickly lowered her cap to avoid them. Tang Ning asked, what do you think of this? Try it on for your cousin. Sure, this one looks nice. Just then, Fu Ge turned and saw Xiao Nian. He called her name. Why didn't you tell me Jiangli is your cousin? Why should I have told you? Fu Ge angrily said, you deliberately hid the fact that you knew Jiangli. just so we'd embarrass ourselves, didn't you? Seeing the commotion, Tang Ning asked, Fu Ge, what's wrong? Fu Ge continued, you even know medicine? Why didn't I know that before? Xiao Nian stood up and said, did Xiao Jian know you came here to ask me these questions? Also, you already have a girlfriend. Why are you out shopping with another girl? Then she smiled and said, so you're not a playboy after all. You just want to give everyone a home. Just then, Yifeng Chuan came out after trying on the clothes and saw, Fujie, why are you here too? I came shopping with a friend. Young Master Yi, are you buying clothes too? Yifeng Chuan ignored him and turned to ask Xiao Nian, what do you think of this outfit? She looked at him and said, it looks great. You look good in anything. Then I'll take this one. Do you want me to try on the other outfits you chose? No need. Then she handed her black card to the saleswoman. Please wrap all of them up for me. Everyone was stunned. Fu Ge had also chosen an item and told the saleswoman, please wrap this shirt for me. The saleswoman said, I'm sorry, this shirt is not for sale. What? You just sold one. Why isn't it for sale now? The saleswoman awkwardly replied, because our owner does not sell to you. While waiting to pay, Xiao Nian played on her phone. Yifeng Chuan said, we're done shopping. Let's go. The total is 11,000. Xiao Nian was surprised. That cheap? The shirt I bought last time cost 80,000. Why do so many outfits cost only a little over 10,000 now? Yifeng Chuan said, we got lucky. There's a discount. She was puzzled. Really? Then let's go buy clothes for Chun Chun now. Is she really clueless? Or is she pretending? Anyway, let's go buy clothes for Chun Chun now.